I wasn't planning on making any videos today. In fact, I just want a coffee, but after I stemmed the coffee, I put it in and then I tried to press single shot. Not sure what happened, it just burst. Maybe because I didn't fill the tank. Ayah, it's a mess and I don't even have the hybrid vacuum anymore. So I guess I have to unbox this. Dreame H11, good timing, good timing. Okay, let's quickly unbox this before the stain starts to sink in. Ooh. Wow. Okay, this is nice. So these are all the accessories. You have the charging dock, the handle that goes on top of the device, and then a cleaning brush, charging cable, extra filter, extra roller, and a floor cleaner. So this is actually to hold the cleaning brush and the extra roller. I realized you can attach the holder to the base, and I wish they included another slot to hold the filter as well. Okay, let's attach this. Okay, pretty easy. And I'm going to charge it. Hopefully I will get enough power to clean this up as soon as possible. So according to this multi-surface floor cleaner, I need to dilute 1:50. Okay, let's fill this up with water. You know what? When I look at the video of the mess, it doesn't look as bad. But in real life, it was everywhere. And I just tried around this spot and I noticed it was kind of like moving on its own, which is something new. And I know what you're thinking, like, vacuuming and mopping sounds really gross, but I just want you to understand that the water from here to here, it doesn't recycle. So clean water will flow down from the bag, and as you are vacuuming and mopping, it will suction out all the dirty water into this tank. It doesn't recycle and it doesn't mix because the clean water flows from the tube behind, and then the dirty water is suctioned out from this tube in front. So it's two separate tubes. And fast forward 2 weeks, I really like the Dreame H11 because it did some things that my previous hybrid vacuum couldn't do. For example, I didn't have to press any buttons to release the water to mop. So good news, this one, you don't need to press anything. Maybe you didn't notice it, but I just want to highlight that the vacuum went from like green light to red light to green light. What it was trying to do is because it detected more dirt on like one side of the floor, so it went from a low suction power to a high suction power, and then when the floor is much cleaner, it went back to a low suction power again. So to me, this is very smart because I don't have to switch the mode by myself. It saves battery in that sense because this thing has very limited battery life. So if you go on high suction power all the time, it will drain the battery really fast. So for my floors, it's quite old. There are some holes in the grout, so that part was really hard for the Dreame to pick up. But other parts of the grout that's on a normal level, the Dreame picked up everything. And for the edges, it was a bit hard for the Dreame H11. I did try to push it as close as possible, but I noticed there's that 1 cm gap that's missing. And I really like the part that, when I turn it on, okay. Auto mode. Stand by. Do you see that? it will just stop on its own when it's not moving. So I tilted it because I wanted to show you how the roller will move. And in the process of doing that, I forgot my own words. When I tilted, the coffee ground started going into the filter. Big mistake. So now when I look at this part, it's dripping coffee. That's a very good point, and I hope that you remember, because it's not suitable to go under the bed, under the sofa. When you lower it to that angle, the water will backflow. So I just washed up this tank. It was really gross with all the coffee ground. And the filter is now wet. It's best to leave it to dry first. Use the extra filter provided if you need to use the vacuum right away. And after you're done with the vacuuming, put this back to the charging base. Okay? Press this button and it will activate the self-cleaning.
Please clean the dirty water tank.
Now for the roller brush, okay, you just have to take out from here, and it looks pretty clean. I don't see any more coffee ground. If there's a bit of stain, it's understandable because it's coffee, but pretty good. So I took this roller to the bathroom, give it a good rinse, hopefully squeeze out some dirty water, but the water looks pretty clear. I don't rinse the roller brush that often because the self-cleaning is honestly good at removing the dirt, hair and dust. So if I vacuum food waste, then yes, I will give it another rinse. Hello. Are you gonna drop everywhere?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes. You speed everywhere.
That's why moms have to be really fast because they just keep on messing up. We use the wet wipe and try to pick up as much food as we can before giving it a wipe. But this is another solution. The Dreame will vacuum and mop at the same time. So I'm going to open up this because I want to show you the roller again. This time round we vacuum so much more, okay? But what I'm impressed with is compared to airboard, I do find so much lesser residue here. And for the floor cleaner, I stopped using after the first round because I don't like how it feels when I walk on it. It's very different from my previous floor cleaner. But I guess everybody has their own preference.
Auto mode.
When you switch on the vacuum, it will go into auto mode because it has a sensor. It will detect how much dirt there is on the floor and it will change the suction power accordingly. But if you have like a spillage and you want it to be fast, you can change to water absorption mode.
Water absorption mode.
Wow, really impressed with the results. I don't see any water residue on the floor. So with the previous hybrid vacuum airbot, I couldn't vacuum a lot of liquids. If I did, it will stop working the next round. That means if I continue to vacuum, right, there will be streaks of water left. So why not we try this one and see. Switch it on.
Auto mode. Stand by.
Okay, very good. I didn't see any streaks of water, which is what I'm looking for. So the water tank has a capacity of 900 milliliters and the waste tank is 500. And when it's filled to 500, you can't continue using it. So I don't really understand this part. I wish they could both be like 700 or 900 milliliters. Okay, I know what you're going to say in the comment section that this looks very heavy and bulky, and yes, I agree with you on that. But remember, the wheels are moving on its own, so you don't have to do a lot of the pushing. It will move on its own, so all you have to do is direct which way it should go, and it will relieve a lot of that stress off your wrist. And one last feature that I forgot to mention is the battery size is 3650 mAh, runtime is 36 minutes, and you get a suction power of 10,000 PA, which is super impressive. So that's kind of it for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye! And because the coffee stain wasn't very obvious, I'm going to add on more. This is soya sauce. I'm gonna clip it back, and I do find that this mechanism is so much easier to use compared to the previous hybrid vacuum. And then now, press.
Start self-cleaning. Roller brush cleaning. The dirty water tank.
Let's take this out.
Please clean the dirty water tank. Starts charging.
Still got a little bit. Let's run it again.
Start self-cleaning. Roller brush cleaning. Please clean the dirty water tank. Please clean the dirty water tank. Starts charging.
Not bad. Still got a little bit of stain. But it doesn't smell yucky. And it's not sticky either. Okay. Maybe I will give it one last clean.
Start self-cleaning. Roller brush cleaning.
Not bad. It's not sticky. And then it got rid most of the soya sauce.